Okay, here we go. All right, here we are. We're back on. I'm gonna.
So we got to explain.
No,
Our internet's cutting out.
I don't know. The broadcast keeps cutting out at the 30-minute mark. So let's see if this does this again.
30 minutes.
It takes us at least a minute for people to connect back on. It's just like client. You know, this is I hate it because you get on a roll.
Oh yeah, and that cuts. I know exactly.
And the best part of the roll is. I find this, the best part of the role is when people make these comments and talk. And
they make good comments.
Yeah, good comments. We're talking just good old shit pigeon talk.
Yeah,
good
really
stuff.
enjoy it.
And anyways, while all these people come on, back again. Okay. So I'm on to my dab beer. Last week this beer was pretty good. I don't think last week this beer beat the Guinness, but you liked it a lot. This beer does not touch this one. No way.
But I'm saying
no
this
way.
beer here will take out your what do you call it? Labatt's or you know.
If you're gonna sit down and pour me a beer, I want this one.
Right.
This dab, it's pinching me to get through. Echo again. Always an echo. Echo, echo, echo. So I have to get rid of the echo. I can't remember that. So it'll be gone.
We're talking about Guido said the birds have to go through certain hurdles to get to that point. But once they all have to go through it. They all have to go through it. So once they're through that, the birds that are actually going to start to do the work are going to start to perform with speed average, a consistency of work ethic to the end. And if they don't do those performances, what should I say? And all of a sudden you have a bird that just comes up and wins. I don't think you're saying that bird, he got through the health, and then he stopped. He's healthy and training. He was all screwed up in training and then screwed up. Then all of a sudden, bang, he wins the race. I'm just thinking.
I'm just not thinking you're going to breed good pigeons out of these one-hit pigeons. I think you feel good to have them. They're a nice live trophy.
That's what I said to you, a live trophy. Soon I stop looking at the trophy.
You want to sell it.
Basically, but all it's doing is collecting dust.
Always remember.
I just get rid of it.
Always remember, when a race ends and people call you, it's fresh in their mind and they're hot. That's your point to say, hey, let's make my day a little bit bigger win, and I move on from the bird. I'm not interested in the bird.
I say congratulations.
Yeah. Congratulations. I don't want the bird.
Like, again, you said you had 3 birds or 4 birds that won this week.
I know the bird I want.
Right. 1 bird, consistent. The other 3 or 2, how consistent were they?
I have my half a dozen birds in this race here that I would be interested to breed out of. Now
I had 1 that was I think 5th place. That bird was consistent.
Great. Again, Guido, Antonio, I missed your comments. Where did Ricky get the Savannah shirt? Now, this is a pigeon show and you got the goddamn Savannah shirt on. Question for you. Did you drink your whole beer?
No, I'm taking it easy. I still got half a beer here.
I'm almost done this, but this is not a good beer. This will be the last time we do this. Okay. Will says this. The bird you talk about, the one San Diego race, do you remember when that was? I want to see that race if it was taped. The race wasn't taped. It was in 2011. Next week I'll show her results. Guido, you wrote it again. Hey, round of applause, Guido. Guido writes this, and I'll read it. Man, Guido, you write them long, and guys, you can't see the whole comment, but I'm going to try my best. Let me read it. The biggest asset of a one-life bird is the ability to survive the first month. Do you agree?
I agree 100%.
100%. Okay. If you can't get through month 1, or the first 8 weeks. If you can't get through that,
No, that's more than 2 months.
well, that's being healthy and starting to loft
Well,
fly.
I say what Guido says. You get the bird in.
Okay.
You'll see with after 2 weeks, all of a sudden.
But what I'm saying, within the first 8 weeks, you know your bird's healthy and he's loft flying.
God, yeah. If you can do 8 weeks,
you're away to the races.
Right.
If it does that, you are halfway there. I totally agree.
100%.
You're in the clear. And the next part is you're training and then you're racing. The one loft, one hit wonders has everything you were looking for. Okay, the immunities, we read this. F all the nuts. Gang says F all the nuts. I agree. Guys, again, we're sorry about the cutting out. If this cuts out, we're just going to come back on. We're going to try something.
So we got a half an hour here, then it's going to cut out.
We don't know if it will. It's cut out twice. Normally, it doesn't do this.
Right.
I don't know because we got mom's using the internet or somebody else is using the internet. If it's cutting out, we might have to beef that up. I would say Angel is worth bringing home. David Tracy, the bird Angel that you have. And, oh, guys, we are going to show all the average speed and champion point birds next Monday night. Tonight, we're going to show the 3 birds that were first, second, and third, or third, first, or third, second, and first.
Yeah.
We're going to show those birds here momentarily. We wanted to do a whole show devoted on ace, average speed, and ace points, and master breeder. We're putting that together here now. I'm doing all the professional photos. I've got all the birds already basketed. Man, I never seen pigeons so bloody well beat on Saturday night. And boy, oh boy, I never touched them. I didn't look at them. Hold on. I'll put the wheat and corn in. I see them eat. Hold on. Yesterday, give them wheat, corn, and a little bit of pellets. Didn't go in. Just give them water. Didn't even look.
Those are layer pellets.
Layer pellets for the chickens.
They're going to lay eggs.
Yeah.
Okay.
You give me shit because I know you. I just want to give them a little bit of protein. So I give them that. Hold on. But then, holy jumping. I put them in the basket today. What did I put? 17 pigeons in the basket. I said to you, do you want to go to 400 miles?
Yeah, they really bounced back, ballooned back out. They were all, we got 23, I think, birds on the day, right? On that day?
Yeah.
23 birds. And you go in there and look in the loft. They're all sitting on the floor. Like,
did you ever see them look so tired?
We're done. Because they did that work. And they came in such good time. I never expected that to happen. I got stuck about 70 miles from here.
Yeah.
Air miles north.
Yeah.
An accident on the highway. So we had to go through a town. It's called Gravenhurst. So I was in stop and go traffic. Like, I'm talking hundreds of cars. A guy rolled over a tractor trailer, whatever. But I was the bulrushes at one point, and they're only like 3 feet high. They were leaning like this. And I said to Ryan, I said, wow. And that's bulrushes 3 feet off the ground. What's up?
25 feet. Yeah, 50 feet. Yeah. It was hard wind, man.
I said, I don't think we're going to get a bird. I don't think it's going to be. And I arrived here and I came through the gate. And I had my pillow because I slept in the truck. I said, hey, guys, I hope you brought your pillows, eh?
Yeah.
Because you're going to be laying here sleeping tonight waiting for birds. And those birds that came, those first, you had 4. And then a few minutes later, I had 1.
3 minutes later.
Yeah, 3 minutes. They just hit that board like, oh my goodness. They just did such a work.
And the fun part was, it was a nice day. You could wear a sweater. You could have a pair of shorts on.
Yeah.
You were okay.
Well, up to 22 degrees. That's what, 77 on the other.
And I said to to Ricky here. I said, today these birds are going to be hot. He left, well, what do you mean hot? The last 14 days, it was literally 3 degrees, 5 degrees, 8 degrees. At night, it was 0 degrees. They got out there, and because that temperature change and them being switched to it, it become a hot day again. They come, you ask Claudio and his son, the loft doors open, the birds were sitting on the drinker like they flew through the Sahara Desert. But I'll say something.
They won't come out now because of the hawks here.
Oh.
They will not come out.
I'll say something.
Well, they wouldn't come out. They're pooched.
I'll say something else. Second day birds, huh? They look like they barely worked. Because why are they second day birds? Because they quit. Here we go. Okay? Air Champ Lofts. That's a good name. Air Champ. I like that. Kind of makes you like a champion of multiple things. Air or race.
Very nice.
Nice name.
Very
I like
nice.
that. Is there a big performance difference between a bird that comes direct from winners opposed to a bird fathers in the pedigree? Winners, okay. When you buy First National, the father was a First National, the mother was a First National. You buy the young one. You can bring that young one home and you can breed out of them. And you'll breed out of them, and you might get 1 or 2 that are okay. And boy, the rest of them are not very good. You shake your head and you go, oh no, what's going to happen? What is this? What a waste. And by some fluke of a miracle, you'll do something stupid. And you'll sell that pigeon that you bought. But you'll have 3 or 4 children that are leftovered.
Pretty good.
Yeah. No, they were average, or you bred them for stock or whatever. And the next year you'll breed those children out of them. Bang, they'll hit. Sometimes it'll skip a generation. You know, I talked to Emile Dennis, one of the very best long-distance flyers of all Belgium. 2-time Golden Wing winner, 2-time second Silver Wing winner. He said a lot of people buy birds and jump the gun fast. If they don't produce right off the hop, they get rid of them. They don't wait. They don't try multiple pairings. They don't try the children. They're quick to move on. Quick to move on. Take your time. You know, if you can, take your time. You know, you buy that pigeon, put it to multiple different hens or cocks. Try the babies racing. Hey, I got a couple left, or breed a round of 2 or 3 babies for stock and breed out of them. Sometimes it skips a generation. Okay? That's why sometimes you'll go to a sale and buy grandchildren, and the grandchildren produce winners. I got a grandchildren off of 2 First Nationals. Bang, it's breeding winners. And your buddy, he bought the direct child, and it's not breeding them nothing. Sometimes it skips a generation. Take your time. Grandchildren are great. You want them predominantly inbred grandchildren. But you can get super crackers out of grandchildren. You can get super crackers out of direct children. And guys, a super winner, he's won everything. Won 8 races, ace pigeon, this. His children might not produce, might not race nothing. But those children's children, they might fly the skies out. And that's where Emile Dennis says, and he chuckles on his property with all his lofts, I got all the time in the world. Take your time and go slow. No rush, eh? I don't think they built the pyramids in a week, did they? Okay. I think we're almost ready to see some birds. Our internet's with us. We've been on 14 minutes, so we want to show some birds. How much more dibbly-dabbly-do you have?
What do you mean?
How much rabba-dabba-dabba do you got? Okay, so let's finish this off. You never. Let's finish our dab off. We're gonna get the beers out of the fridge for our last beer of the evening. We're gonna show these winners. Okay.
Okay.
If you guys have any questions for Ricky, let me know. If you do, we're gonna bring out this week's race winners.
Questions. I got to read them, right?
No. Don't touch that with your fingers. Just you have your glasses there. You'll see if the screen moves. The screen's not gonna move.
Glasses.
You just put those things on.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you're gonna get a question. Don't touch the screen.
Take it easy.
I wanted to say, what a fun race series it was. We went back and forth. I won some at the start, then you won some at the middle, then I come back at the end. Very, very fun race series.
Yeah, now, it was very good.
And those pigeons, I'm going to say, God damn it, they were fun to fly. They really showed.
And we're up to what, 78 now, I think?
Now, remember.
And I'm proud of even the ones that came today. I going to walk between two lofts.
Right.
And all of a sudden, I felt something hit the top of my head. It was like flight feathers. A bird went right over my head, right on the board, trapped. It was like really something how that bird, even a couple days late, managed to keep working, and the trapping was perfect.
Now, I know for the final race, I had a few people on the internet giving me the gears about us not training. We wanted to train.
What, prior to
the final race?
Right.
I haven't seen any training for 1 week.
Well, we had the weather here was terrible.
Wrong answer.
No,
the birds,
we did loft fly.
The birds trained every day. Sometimes they train twice a day.
Twice a day. Loft flying, I call training as well, right? So yeah, but you couldn't physically take them out in this kind of weather. Well, 25 miles, 50 miles in rain. It was bad.
And all of a sudden it would come on, and it was done. It was like,
oh, we said we're loft flying in the morning. Oh, we're going to train in the afternoon. We're going to take them up the road. And then all of a sudden it would just be like afternoon, steady rain. So forget it.
Ask your question. I'm going to show the third place bird. So Saturday's race, third place. These birds, man, they put on a show. They were 7 hours and 47 minutes on the wing out of Texas. And I tell you, she's still blurry, but I think the camera looks better. Look at how blown out she is.
Very nice.
Here she is, Texas Mac, right out of Texas from Jones Family Lofts. We're gonna give her a moment. This pigeon here in my hands, when I picked this up today, and I didn't do anything to rebuild for another race. I didn't do that. I just did my thing. You know what I'm saying? Just fed them, watered them. I didn't get.
You're not rebuilding for another race.
No,
in other words,
I'm not doing anything magical.
We're going into just cruise control. That's about it. You know,
cruise control.
Yeah.
Okay. But there she is, third place. 4 birds on the drop. She's third out of Texas. Jones Family Lofts. Go ahead, my friend.
Oh, I can see
Here.
it. I actually handled the bird before. Just super duper.
100%.
I don't know how you did it, Ryan. You got these birds with proper feeding. It was 100% something I neglected.
No,
and that's probably how it came in.
I don't think you neglected.
I have to say one thing, Ryan. It was such a day that only the birds with proper handling could succeed.
No,
that's what I'm
the birds did it all. I had nothing to do with it.
No, it's proper handling.
I had nothing to do with it.
Well, you could lock them up in a chicken coop and just feed them breadcrumbs. I don't believe what you're saying.
Okay, so there's the third place bird. And again, I can tell you're a little upset on race 8 that you got killed.
I'm not upset at all.
You're a little upset.
I'm speaking the truth, Ryan.
You're a little
You
upset.
Don't be so shy. Put your chest out.
I'm
be
not.
proud.
I didn't do nothing.
Be proud. You didn't?
No, the birds did it all. You know what I like about this hen?
The birds don't do it without a proper
Handler.
That's
Okay.
if you
19
think that's like a raffle. This isn't a raffle. This is a pigeon flying game.
1978 says, congratulations on your race series. Thank you. Air Champ Loft says, I have noticed that some of the birds raced winners are more scatterbred than line bred. Is there a method to the madness? I mean, I don't. You pick what you like. You line bred, scattered bred, and I think what you're meaning is a family on this side, a family on this side, or maybe not even families. Just your pedigrees. You want proven racing machines, and you know when you see a bird is raced so many races and it's a winner, and this one so many races in a winner, so many races in a winner, so many races in a winner. It's better than seeing this one's bred 5 winners. This one's bred a winner. This was a race winner. And this one bred real consistent pigeons. I want to see winners, winners, winners. I like to see that. But this hen here, what a pleasure to fly. Really come in nice. Look at how nice and strong and tight the back is. Buoyant.
Tail.
Great muscle. Nice warmth. And she's very curious. Look at her.
Now we're talking about third place bird. When I watched those 4 birds come in, it was like this. Boop. Done. They're like, but the clock is so
Good.
Designed, so sophisticated. It's like within a split. You can't even blink your eye. The clock works. This bird here was, you'd have to say, some people say equal first, but we don't work on that system.
Okay.
In other words, when your nose is a little bit ahead of the wire, you're a winner. And that's exactly what we see here now.
There was 1 second between 4 pigeons.
1 second.
First bird clocked was 0.000 point. This second bird was 0.000 point, and the next bird was 0.001.
That's what I'm saying. One hair, not even a hair, not even a blink of an eye. This pigeon here was,
But here she is, and one thing I really like is take a look at how she puts her head up.
She's very nice. And I know I had one bird come.
Super nice.
It hit that roof. It could hardly walk. It was stumbling. It was just like, I did it. It's like watching a good boxing match. Good one. And the guy can't take it no more. It's just like, whoa, that's the way it was.
Throw mountain.
Climbed all those mountains.
And hey, there we go. An American up there. Tracy, I'm going to throw Tracy's question in, and Heather's before I grab the second place. Is 18 yards or 60 meters silly fast race from 360 miles? You're wrong. It wasn't 360 miles. It was 373 miles. Tracy, what you're asking is, and Tracy, I'm going to get back to this question here in a moment because we're looking at the winners, okay? And you're asking to talk about speeds at the Hoosier. We're going to talk about that, and I will give you the blunder.
I thought you weren't going to talk about that.
Well, no, that's what she's referring to.
Oh.
Okay, Heather Green says, congratulations to all the winner, and a big thank you to Ricky and Ryan for being great loft managers. Hey, thank you, Heather. Chris Marshman says, can't wait to get my imports. Would that be possible this week? Again, Chris, I have the messages here. Very nice. The Canadian imports.
They're going to be examined tomorrow, I believe, by the
CFIA. They're going to be released.
Yeah.
Talk to Jag. He's coming.
We can't release.
Hold on.
Yeah.
We're going to be going through them all. Okay. Going through them all means separating the American sold pigeons and the Canadian sold pigeons, then organizing the Canadian pigeons to who bought them. So if you bought birds in this, I have to go through, put your birds into a basket, get your pedigrees, double and triple check it, and I'm going to contact you. You're going to get your birds this week. I've set it at 1 o'clock in the morning. I've set it at 10 o'clock at night. I've set it now again. And I am going to contact each person when their group of pigeons.
Tomorrow, don't the CFIA have to
should
check
I do a
every
live?
bird?
Should I do a live tomorrow? No, I can't do that because why can't we? The CFIA don't want you to bring cameras
The
in.
CFIA checks every bird tomorrow before they release.
And again, on Friday's show, the birds had done their 45
How many
days.
vets are coming?
Two vets coming.
Two vets.
Can I just finish?
Well,
please?
I'm just saying, Mike. Oh, you
Can I finish? No.
I just got to go over the thing.
What I'm saying is, we have to do it in a system. On Friday, the birds were at the 45th day. The Canadian government will not release them on 45. They have to wait till after 45. But the Canadian government doesn't work on Saturday. The Canadian government doesn't work on Sunday. Monday they were busy. Tomorrow they are coming. But they won't be ready tomorrow because I have to go through them. Inch by inch by inch. Great question, Kristen. Yes, the wind blow them home. The wind blew them home. There's no wind, Troy. Check the map. Hey, Ryan, Air Champ Lofts. Ryan, that is a very nice looker. Can I see the muscles profile from, I can see the muscle profile from here. Yeah. Very, very nice. So that is Texas Mac from Jones Family Lofts out of Texas. He had 2 on that drop. The other one was 4th. I'm not going to show him, but he's the biggest money winner of the year. He'll be on next week's show. Again, Black Caviar, Bloodlines. You are very welcome, Kristen. I hope that helps you out. Again, our job is to get your birds to anyone who purchased them in the most timely manner as we can, and we're doing pretty darn good. I'm quite happy. Michael Peevler writes 1,843 yards per minute, 373 miles, 5 on a drop. Now, for you guys wondering, this is a question, you know the answer, so we're not going to ask you. Why were the birds supposed to go to 360 miles? Why were the birds changed to go to 373 miles? What is the correct answer? I know it and you know it. I'm going to go get second prize. Second prize is our man from Australia. Troy, you're going to like to see this one, my friend. Now, Ricky, don't answer that question when I'm gone. I've got to go get another one of my birds.
I can answer it. Go ahead.
And Ricky, while we are sitting there, could you go grab the last 2 beer and the 2 French glasses so I can get this horrible dab taste out of my mouth? It's bad. Grab these 2 glasses and let's try a new drink. Remember,
every man.
we could be cut off here in a minute. We're on the 29th minute.
Is that one of your birds again? You have to go grab another one of your birds?
Yeah.
Okay.
Could you grab that beers, please, while I show this bird?
No. Answer that question.
We're waiting. Nobody's given an answer. So we got to wait.
Oh,
All right. In second spot, again, 0.000 seconds. From Australia, Grant Wilson. Bred by Amp Arlofts, Troy Spencer. Here is Sex on the Beach. What a beautiful pigeon this is. Again, super feather qualities. You take a look, all of them, like Emil Denny said, you see they got the fight in their hands. They want to go. They're not asleep. Full wing again on this one. This pigeon's got what, 2, 4, 5 to go. Cockbird.
kicked on one side.
Kicked on one. He's not
Only on the one side.
only on the one side. Yeah, he's not in the superest of best form.
I noticed that.
You did.
And I also noticed the feather isn't as tight as I'd like to see it, but I have to take my hat off. This bird here came in super.
Go ahead.
Right.
Again, nice condition.
Very nice pigeon. I'd be so proud. But this is a one-time wonder as well.
One-time wonder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a one-time.
On a super hard day, bird was right there. Again, great thing about this.
How's the speed average on this bird for 13 races?
I have to look.
You know, that's what I look at.
Well, you know what? You asked, and we're on here.
Yeah.
And again, this is not knocking the bird.
I'm saying with the amount of professional loft managing training,
Well,
what's the speed average on this bird throughout the whole?
okay. So the
13 races.
speed average of this pigeon,
Mhm.
it finished 11th. It was 6 hours to win.
6 hours to win.
It was 11th.
Right.
The last bird we looked at,
So what's the speed average yards per minute for 13 races?
this bird was flying 9. If you're going in yards per minute, he was flying 1,045. If you're going meters per minute, he was flying 956.
Over 13
Over
weeks.
13 races.
13 races. So that
13.
shows me he's working.
He's working.
Yeah.
Okay. In points, I'd have to look where the bird is in points, which I can do that. Let's look at the results. Let's go to points. He was 17th in points. From the winner, he's about 500 points behind the winner. So, again, pigeon worth bringing home and breeding. Try this pigeon out. It had to go through a hell of a mountain. But there he is. Beautiful cock.
You're absolutely right.
Looking good. Okay, we got some comments. Let's hope the show doesn't cut out. If it cuts out, guys, we'll come
Must
right
be
back.
getting close.
Looked at results today. Jones Family Loft also put 2 birds in the top 10 in the master breeder. Definitely a lot would want to consider looking for birds. We're going to have an auction with Jones Family Lofts. That was one of the reasons why he came to participate. I talked to him earlier in the spring. I said, hey, you should try our one loft race, see how you do. He did well. I couldn't believe it. And he put some birds in the master breeder. They sold. They didn't hit. He had 2 good ones. Okay, congrats to Troy. Yes, congratulations. Frickin' 10, 20 miles south of Nashville, Tennessee. Franklin, Tennessee is 20 miles south of Nashville, Tennessee. Okay, Michael Peever, not sure what you mean by that one. For someone that wants to start flying, what cockbird would be great for a 3rd place hen? Well, you're talking a 3rd place hen. Well, again, it's a 3rd place hen. It's not, I'm coming off wrong again. It's not nothing. It's one-time 3rd place.
But I'd have to say, any birds that finished our race series.
No, Will's talking about for someone that wants to start flying.
Okay.
What cockbird would be a great for a 3rd place hen? We've talked about it. I don't know if there's enough meat on the. I don't think a great cock, or I don't know.
Well, what I'm saying is any birds that finished this series, and especially the bird, the out of the on the day those 23 birds, they finished all. Like Guido said, they got through the health, they got through the breaking.
He's
And
not
then-
asking from our race. He's asking for someone that wants to start
right.
flying. What cockbird would be great for a third place hen?
Third place, what race?
The third place of what?
Yeah, that's right.
Third place, Barcelona International. Third place, Berks Falls. Two different races. I don't know. But there it is. There is your second place. And again, I got to thank Troy. He bred this bird for Grant Wilson from Australia. Australia can't get their birds here. And I think that was very nice. He bred a very nice aerodynamic pigeon, super feather.
Yeah,
And I got to
very nice bird.
thank again Troy for participating this year with us.
Troy with his own birds.
Yeah.
He doesn't fool around. He puts them to every race. They're gonna go. They're going. He is a good pigeon handler. They're gonna go. They're gonna go. He don't hold birds back because it's a beautiful blue bar or blue checker or chocolate or whatever. He doesn't hold them back. He takes them right to the end, and you can see.
All right. We're going to look at the first place pigeon. Ken Lavoie.
Right.
I'm going to call him from now on Soapy. Can you please grab the 2 beers out of the fridge with 2 new glasses?
Would you please sit down?
Okay. I'm not going to show you.
Enjoy yourself.
Grab it.
Right.
Your third place bird. My third place bird.
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, that hen, she was a little bit better. Could you please grab the drinks again?
I want to listen to what you say.
I'm not going to talk about it until you grab the drinks now. I've asked you. So we're going to wait before the show cuts out. Grab the drinks. There's a reason I'm doing this. So could you just do what I asked? Oh, forget it. I do it. Everything you got to do. You got old people. See, the problem with an old person is they become half brain dead. So what you got to do, you got to babysit them. And make me go around and do it. You can ask them 55 different ways to Sunday. But what do you got to do? Do it yourself. That's why. At 300 miles. I told you. Go my way. Nope. You didn't listen.
Wait a minute. You put your fingers in my
Good.
glass.
I went and got them. You're going to drink them that way.
I got to wash my fingers now.
Oh, well.
Your
I was
fingers.
picking my nose earlier, so you'll be fine. Next beer up that we're going to try. This shit. Bud Light,
Strawberry beer.
lemonade.
Thanks for getting it, boy.
Wow, I had to wait for you.
Okay.
I'd be still waiting.
Try not. I know. Remember.
What are you doing? 407. All right. Multiple ask says, Ryan, you're not nice. No, I'm not. I'm a bad man. So why? Michael Peevler writes, how is Jerry doing? Okay, Jerry's fine. Peevler says this. So why was it more miles than less? Because of the weather problem. No. Why did they extend the race 13 more miles? Does anyone have this is what we're saying. This is what these races are doing this, and people don't even know why they're doing it. Why did they extend the race 13 miles? First prize on the weekend. She looks nice. She's blown out.
Can I smell her?
No, but I'm going to tell you
Does she
something.
still have soap on it?
No soap on these birds' wings. Erie Shores Flyers. This is Maddie. This bird was a replacement bird brought down by Bill Weema. Okay. And by God, feel it.
Well, I can see it. I
Just
don't
handle it.
even have to handle
Well, I
it.
want the people
No,
like
I don't want to handle it. I love it. I see the underneath of it. It's so beautiful. Oh, yeah.
little bit of a hole.
Mhm. Very nice pigeon.
There you see
Very,
it.
very nice.
Handle.
I'd be so proud to have this pigeon.
Nice.
This pigeon is a point winner as well. Is that, am I not correct?
Nope.
Oh, this is a one-time wonder?
One-time wonder.
Wow.
Nice though, isn't it?
Very nice in the hands. Nice that you can make it fly, man.
Again, very sensitive,
Yeah,
eh?
yeah, I'm sensitive because I see
Yeah,
you can
it's
make a
good-
one-time wonder fly.
And I made the high point bird fly.
Yeah, 100%.
But that's okay.
That
You'll
so,
get there.
So explain yourself.
Okay, that is girl's beer, Guido says. Well, we're going to try girl's beer. Now, I haven't had a sip.
So when you go to the bar, this is why what you see a nice little girl over there, you shoot her over one of these girls' beers.
And you'll be...
Or if you're in the bar and there's some guys that you like, you just shoot them over one of them beers. And then you'll really figure out what's going on.
But there she is, bred by Bill Wema. Again, nice muscle on the pigeon, nice buoyancy, a hen. On that first...
Nice compact.
What would you say? Was Troy's a hen or a cock? I think it's a cock, or is it a...
Troy's is a bit larger. This is a hen.
What a nice pigeon, strong back.
Then your stats on your hens or your cocks, Ryan. Can you explain that?
I think on the day between all of us, between you, me, and the Twisted
I think
Sister.
you got 17 or something, or 18 on the day.
16 on the day.
16. And I only got what?
You got five or six.
5 or 6.
Okay. Nothing to be upset about, eh?
No, I'm not. No.
But most of them were hens.
Were you a little upset that you didn't get more on the day, or?
No. I can only get what I can get. Congratulations, it's a good flyer. Good night. Good night, David Tracy, if you're going to bed. Still, interesting to see the Daniel Herman. Daniel, your bird come back today, Grease Lightning. Interesting to see the winners. Even more fun to see what their conformation and breeding is. Yes, okay, I agree. Hey, Ryan, would you recommend giving supplements in the winter after long loft fly? My birds usually fly for 2 hours each day. Wow.
I will give, you know what, if you got the cash, you know what, they're your racehorses. Give the best you can.
Yeah.
But don't overdo it. Just keep them nice and lean. Give the best you can.
The best you can
whatever
afford.
Whatever you can, whatever you want. And less is more. So you have less birds, you can take care of them properly, better. If you have 400 birds, oh my God, how can you do all this? But if you had 20 birds, 10 birds, that's it. You can take care of one dog really better than you have 5 dogs. You can feed them good, respect them, pat them. But if you had 5 dogs or 20 dogs, you can't do it the same. So, that's the bottom line, right? So.
Okay, so Premier League says, because the location is no longer accessible. I'm going to tell you. That's not a bad answer. I don't think that's the right answer. I think...
Wait a minute. Are you talking about people organizing a race that's putting out millions of dollars,
Millions.
and they don't know where they're going?
Well, no, Premier League rights, and again, I don't believe this, but because the 360-mile location was no longer accessible, so the birds were moved to another location. Now, when you get to, remember, how big is a mile? Pretty big.
I think it's 7,500 and something feet. That's a mile. Go try and walk that thing.
That's an answer. I don't think that was the answer, but okay. That's a good one. Let's see if we get more answers. Guido, LOL, okay. Michael Beebler, not sure if they said why they had to add more miles. Okay. Franco Basiglia Franco, she hasn't come yet. And remember, Franco, as we said, distance. No, this bird here is the Mississauga 2770. This bird was replaced for Ken. This was the winner here. This is Maddie. The original bird that was sent didn't make it, and this one, Bill Wema replaced it. And that was nice of Bill to do it. Again, you'll see on the Benzing and on the Wind Companion. The Wind Companion, I think there was an adjustment that had to be made, but this was the bird, and what an awesome bird this is.
Very nice.
And it was nice that Jerry Soninger bred some birds for him. But Franco says this: all these birds did fly very well, especially the day birds. Don't know what happened to Thunder. Hopefully it will come back. Great race, Ryan and Richard. Again, we hope all the birds come back. But when you give pigeons 300 and plus mileage, you give them a headwind, and you give them 13 races, it's just turning the screws a little more. And if we go back this week, we'll turn it again. But we're not going to. But you would keep turning the screws. Good. I was hoping Grease Lightning would come back. What was her condition? She's beat, Daniel. She's cooked.
We had one come back there. His once it's set down, the wings are just
beat.
Yeah.
Was glad to see Peterbilt made it on the day, just out of the money. Very happy with her. No, and you know what, Mike? Even your mealy-pied warfighter, it come on the second day with a couple other birds. I was happy to see that bird make it. I was, when we took it training, I says to myself, when is this bird going to pack it in? But it didn't. It kept going, kept coming. But there she is, the winner. Again.
You know what? They get, some of them, they'll get into a different circumstance, and it puts them off. You know, again, I said I had a bird came home 3 weeks late. I rested it, give it a bit of training, put it into a race, and I won in the club, right? So you got to remember there's certain circumstance a bird might get into, and it doesn't show up or comes late. You're going to say, oh, he's garbage. No. Circumstance, right?
Yeah, you're 100%. There's all different circumstances. And again, why do we talk so highly of the average speed or the ace point pigeons in a tough series? Because those are the pigeons that showed up week in, week out.
You know, I'll admit to you that there was 4 birds on a drop, and they just went through that chute like bullets. And then I got the 5th bird. It was a blue bar, and it hit the roof of that Twisted Sister, and it could barely walk. It was just like wings out, stumbling. That bird's a 5th bird. It was good. It beat how many other birds?
370
birds.
300 birds.
300 birds in the start.
345 birds.
Right. So it did its best, but it wasn't in the same form. Whatever. Form.
And again,
mentality.
Great thing was, on Saturday's race, the people that were here, it was so nice to bring out these winning birds and let people handle them. Ask Claudio.
Yeah, very nice.
There you have it.
Give that bird another week or so, a few training tosses, you could put that baby right up to 350, 400 miles.
Angel was a baby, and you guys took. Okay. I like using the 10% rule to judge to judge performance. Okay, you take 10% rule.
I think that's a good rule.
A baby to a good finish. Yeah, a baby to a good finish, and I agree, Kristen. 100%.
But the other rule, if we go further, fly this thing another 3 years, then we're going to see what
Right.
we have.
But
Right.
but we can't do that. Okay.
Well, we can't do that.
I'm not impressed by Storm Chaser making it to the end with a broken neck. You know, that Storm Chaser, I swore I killed it. I don't know how that bird come back. You know what? I don't know if I took some speed out of him or not, but what a plugging little bird, the little blue grizzle. Hey, this was, for whatever reason, they could not liberate from the location they used last year. They moved it to a new site. It was posted on their classic page. I believe.
Wait a minute. I'm going to make a comment on that. If your site was posted for what was it, 360 miles or something?
Yeah.
And you had to repost your liberation. Excuse me, but you had to drive 13 miles to find another spot to liberate.
I don't know.
You had to drive 13 miles. Do you know how far that is? If you're posted 360 and you had to go to 375 to liberate, in that 13 miles, I would have found, within a half a mile of that 360, I'd have found a spot. That's, to me, I hate to say it. That's like a little bit of baloney.
From what I noticed on the website, there was no wind on the course. Very little, 1 or 2 mile an hour tailwind. From what I noticed, if you take 40 miles per hour when that's normally what a pigeon flies with no wind.
That's right.
40, 42, 43 miles an hour, 39, so whatever.
He's got 2 mile tailwind. Let's give him the benefit.
If you take 373 miles and you divide it, you will get the perfect storm. 9 hours and 15 minutes on the wing. I believe
that's what they wanted.
They want a 9-hour pigeon. Africa, they want a 9-hour pigeon, a 9-hour pigeon.
Right.
And the masters there, I believe that's what they looked for. Now, if you go to 360, they're under 8.5 hours, 8.5, whatever. They wanted to get just over 9 hours, which I agree. But 9-hour pigeon is a great pigeon, man.
Excuse me. There was not a tailwind, significant tailwind.
For that type of a tailwind, for that type of speed on that day, and the site shows, you know what? I'm going to say right now, because I'm a bullshitter, right? Bullshitting. What do they say? He's just talking out of his ass? Is that a saying?
Blowing smoke or something?
Blowing smoke. I'm going to go look at the most expensive race. Hold this. Hold this for just a second. Yeah.
Sorry.
Just hold it for a second.
Sorry.
The most expensive race in North America. And I'm going to blow this up today. Okay, hold on. La da 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 da. Let's see what I'm talking. I might be wrong, guys. And if I'm wrong, you can call me out on it. There we go. Okay. So, Hoosier, final race, 373 miles. There's the results. Temperature at the release, there was no temperature. Wind at the release, there was no wind. I checked somewhere in Indiana that had 2 mile an hour west winds, which I believe they fly from south to the west, from north to south. Even on the map, there's not a map. Station 360, they released at 373. They're looking for 9 hours. 9 hours. 9 hours, I believe, is what they were looking for. And hey, that's not up to me. That's up to them. You were asking me, Tracy, why they got that speed. To me, they had to have at least 20-mile-an-hour tailwinds throughout that course, maybe even more. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Hey guys, I have 2 full sisters that I have wanted to breed to. I'm on a show and people are sending me messages. Hey guys, I have 2 full sisters that I want to breed to. 1 cock. What would be my next move if I want to keep it in the family and this family foundation birds? Well, right now is the off season, so get the cock paired to each of the hens. So pair them up to one hen for a couple days. Make sure he's paired up. Take her away. Leave him alone for a few days. Then pair him up to the other hen. All right, what's my buddy from Premier League? Ryan, all ours in South Africa. We're doing 1,900 on 1 race this year. Yeah. What's the tailwind? You gotta have, man, wind. You know, you go to Florida, there's wind. I feel the wind, man. It blows. It's beautiful. You know that breeze where you're getting free air conditioning? I'm not saying you can't hit 1,900. You can hit 2,100. You can hit 1,500. I'm not saying you can't hit it. What I'm saying is, was there that wind today to hit it? I've flown here on the north course. Predominantly, we have northwest winds. We flew 13 races this year. The maximum speed we hit was 1,400. We trained them 50 times. Never hit 1,500. Hold on. Raced and trained last year. The fastest we got was 1,400. The training, never hit 1,500. We predominantly race here with north winds, tailwinds, and we can't hit it. But you're saying to me on this course, on this day,
with, excuse me, really untrained birds.
Half-worked pigeons.
Half worked.
Half-worked.
And they're going to hit 1,800.
I'm not
And you know what? We're having some fun here, right?
We're having a, you know what? It's like I'm sitting at a table with 15 pigeon guys, drinking beers and talking.
Let's make common sense.
I'm not here to knock.
I don't want to see anybody get the wool pull over their eyes. You know, this is like, what?
Everyone's allowed on the shows. You can come down and sit in the room here. We talk.
Yeah,
it's
we're
fine.
No. First of all,
hold on. I let everyone come. But I just think, yeah.
No,
Tracy asked the question.
Doesn't add
Do
up.
I think it's possible?
I think it's possible to have 1,800. Number one, you got to have the wind right under your tail. Number one. Number two, flying that distance, 375 miles, wind or no wind, wind up your tail. That's a distance to fly.
Okay, so Mike Peebler writes this.
And they're young birds. The other thing, young birds.
Mike Peebler says this. I think tailwind started around 200-mile mark, 10 to 12 miles per hour. Okay.
What was it on the arrival?
Well, he didn't put anything because you know why? Why would you fill that out for people? I asked Indiana at 3 o'clock, what's the wind in Indiana? It said 2 miles an hour out of the west. And I believe he flies a west course, southwest course. So shoulder tailwind. What I seen, but you know, the weather changes. Yeah, the weather does change. Maybe he had 20-mile-an-hour tailwinds. I just thought maybe the people would like to know.
Well, just look at it. Go back in the iCarves or whatever you call it for the weather for the weekend. Okay.
And
we're talking too much about this stuff.
Tracy's a new flyer, and Tracy says I'm kind of new, just trying to figure it out. Now, Tracy, you've watched our races for 3 seasons. Did you ever see these speeds? On any training? Anything. You never see it. Guido says anything over 1200 is a tailwind. And yeah, Guido's pretty much right. It's a tailwind or no wind, very little wind. Yes. Good point, Guido. At the end of the day, we can't take anything away from the winners. The winning birds are the winning birds, and that's great. I don't care if they flew 3,000 meters a minute. The winning birds were the winning birds, and congratulations to those birds who won. We're not knocking any of that. We're just talking about a race day. A lot of money paid out on, in my opinion, a 373-mile race in 5 hours and 55 minutes. Wowzers. On the live video, you could hear wind blowing. Oh, hey, I didn't watch the video. I tuned into the site. Do you hear wind? Yeah, maybe there were 25-kilometer tailwinds. I don't know. I asked my phone. I asked Siri, what's the wind in Indiana? They said 2 miles an hour. And again, if they had 25-kilometer tailwinds, how many miles an hour is 25, Ricky?
I don't know. 14.
14. So what's 14 plus
40?
40 is 52 miles, 54 miles. Super fast. Good job. The bird should have been taken to 585 miles. That would have given them 9 hours on the wing. Did have had real beasts. Anyways, it don't matter. Good job to the winners. Good job. They got their race done, and that's all that matters. People get their money. People enjoy it. Go back again. Will I go? No. I have to say, your race was awesome compared to other races because you show everything. Not scared to show it all. I don't care. You know what? I'd rather have you complain and watch and you see. We talk, and you know what? Premier says it. It says, this is what Premier says. And I'm going to read what William says. And listen to what Premier says. I have to say your race was awesome compared to others because you show everything. Not scared to show it all. Listen to what Premier writes. Before the birds arrived at the loft, people were commenting that it's going to be a very fast race. 15 to 20 kilometer tailwinds. First of all,
For us?
no, for Indiana.
Oh.
But when I'm paying $1,000 a pigeon, $750, whatever it is, a pigeon. Okay, when I'm paying for that, and again, we all pay. It's just a matter of when. And that's what I get, really, you know, on the final with no wind anywhere. That's it. And it doesn't matter to me. Tracy asked, what did I think about that speed? It was too fast.
What do I think about it?
And they did not come.
When you
that
put out
speed.
1,600 birds with that kind of speed, and your birds are supposedly well worked, they should have got probably 500 birds on a drop with that speed. They should have, right? They should have.
13 mile an hour tailwind. Someone told me it's 13, but this is what we're saying. Someone told me it's 13. I asked the weather thing. It said it was 2 miles an hour. Someone told Troy it's 13 miles an hour. Why can't the gentleman post what the wind is on the course. If you make a mistake, go in after and post it up. It was a tailwind. And by the way, 373 miles with those types of tailwinds, give the people a race, man. Get those birds out a bit further. You know what? It's not my race. Well,
We're talking too much.
We're talking. You know what? We talked about it because Tracy asked.
Right.
But that's my opinion. You know what? Who am I? I'm just a pigeon guy. All right. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we wrap this up? Of course, we're on an hour and the internet's great. So either everyone got off the internet or it's just being good. Regardless, guys, in any of these races that you see, do your homework and take a look. Take a look at miles trained. Take a look at miles raced. Take a look at how many times they're in the basket. Take a look at all the things that they do and see if it's worth it for you. I love to fly races, and I love to give my pigeons to people to fly them. But money is hard to make these days. I'm not going to give my money to people that are not going to give me their very best. And come to our race. If you don't think I'm going to give you my very best, then don't come here. My job, Richard's job, is to give our best, is to try to get these birds to perform to the peak. 318 miles. We got to put the clock on tomorrow to scan these birds so there's no points. 78 or 79 birds now home.
But
final race.
You forgot to mention, we had 13 races.
13.
Right. From start.
I told you already. Why don't we go and dip into our money and do $1 million race? We should do one.
What I'm saying is, we had 13 races, not just
not 4.
3
4. 4 races. 4.
So, anyways, that's good.
Good. And guys, what's so great about North America, there's 61 loft races for you to try. There's a whole bunch. You don't even have to go to Africa. You don't have to go to all those races over there. You don't have to go to Europe. There's so many here that you can try and fly and play. So enjoy them. What kind of speed? We all know it. With that kind of speed, we all know it was a tailwind. Troy, when was the last time you hit 1800? In your club and combine, how many times in a year do you hit it? And I'm finding it funny that a lot of these races on the finals, they seem to hit that magic day, isn't it? They hit it. It's like cherries on a tree, man.
Well, the calculation's wrong. Okay?
Calculation's
wrong. You know, I always point out, I'm not going to get into
we're not going on down the road.
That's why I don't go there, right?
Right. And Tracy, you do what you want. And
a lot of these combines here, around here, the driver knows the system. And
danger.
I hate to say it, it's dangerous because he don't go there, folks. He knows the system. He gets smart.
Okay. Now, we had some fun. We showed the first Ryan, you had 400 pigeons on the loft this year. You got 23 home on the final race. Get off your high horse. I'm not on a high horse. Hold on a second. I had 400 pigeons. Sorry, Premier League. I had 350 pigeons come in. I got to get off my high horse. Remember, you can knock me down. I'm pretty easy to. How was my handling? Nah, not bad. Could it be better? Sure. We'll race 13 races, Premier League. 5 of them were under 100 miles. So, get rid of that. We'll race, 8 races for real. For real. 1 bad race in there on race 6. Not going to lie. You watch the results. Take a look at the average speed. Not my birds. Birds people give me. Can you make other people's pigeons fly? That's the name of this game. Don't pick a tailwind. Pick the days that we were given. Hold on. Birds off 14 days. Knock me off the horse. Watch. Chop. Knock me off. Smart man would have said, Ryan, you better not send those birds to 318 miles in that headwind. You're going to not get 70 on the day. You're going to get 23 if you put them in a headwind. Yeah, well, you know what? We're looking for the, what are we talking? The ones that have the gas, right?
Pigeon flying.
Knock me off my horse. Knock me down. I don't fly for sunshines and rainbows. I fly to find the pigeons out for you, Premier. Next year, maybe I should do this. Fly 13 races with good, strong tailwinds. And then we're going to see, right? We're going to see what we call the race prior at Englehart. 22 birds on a drop. In, what was it? 40 minutes, 101 birds went. What do we have? 50 birds in the clock or 60 birds in the clock. Nah, blah, blah, blah. Knock me off my horse. Guess what? I'm easy to knock off. But what makes somebody ride a good horse? You knock him off, gets back on the horse and rides again. Hey, I got a question for you. Think these birds could go to 400 miles?
Another couple of weeks.
Another week? I think you're ready to roll. But anyways,
so what's this?
You did not have 13 races. Premier League, I'm hating to tell you this because you're a factual guy, and I like that. And again, we're going to all razzle-dazzle, my friends. 13 races. Now, I know you can't count a 2-miler as a race. It's a hot spot. We had some fun with it. So there's 8 races. We had a hot spot at 2 miles, a hot spot at 10 miles, a hot spot at 20 miles, a hot spot at 50, a hot spot at 80. Each race paid out some winners. I don't really look at that, but I mean, again, you could look at that because we had points and average speed involved in there. So we added that in, plus the 8 races.
We called those races.
We called them races.
Those 5.
People made money and average speed and points were on the line. So those were races. Then we had 8 races. We had 100, 114, 160, blah, blah, blah. You see it all there. Anyways, regardless, knocked me off my horse. 200,000 for 1,800 meters. That's a race. I won't run it.
Go there.
Go there. You had 350 pigeons
when you get
plus
there,
60 replacements. No. We had 350 pigeons plus replacements. Now, remember, Premier League, they weren't my only 60 replacements. Other people replaced for other people. We're actually going to say 450. Hell, let's give Premier League, we took in 500 pigeons. I got 23 on the day. Ask the Jones boys. Ask the Chenloft. Ask guys that raced our other races with ace pigeons. Wouldn't sell the birds back because they were breeding big money winners out of them. These pigeons here, there'll be a few that'll breed. The high birds will breed the winners. Not all will. You didn't have 13 races. Premier League likes to say that, and I didn't, Premier League. I didn't. But I know one thing. I didn't have 4 races, did I? And I didn't have 6 races.
Let me ask you something.
I had 8.
When you had the 5, those 5 races before we started the 8, did Premier League score in any of those 5?
No, he didn't fly this race.
Oh, he did.
He's a spectator, as we are a spectator in other races.
Yeah.
That's fine. And again, knock me off my horse. I'm fine.
So
I don't give a shit where you put me.
Mm.
Go and put me and compete against whoever you want. I'll show up and compete.
I say he's a professional.
Well,
Yeah, he's a professional.
hey,
Okay, let him be a professional.
I can't knock these races. There's no point. Races or not, take a look at the page. And under races, you see 13 of them. Now, Leah put down on a few of them there, it says trainers, but there's prize money in it. We added it in. By next year, these races will copy that too.
So Premier League, have a good time.
They're all training. Wait a minute. Can I ask you? Wait.
I enjoyed a slam. I enjoy it.
They're all training tosses, all of them. Mm. Every race is a trainer.
Every time you let your bird out, it's a training toss.
Can I ask you a question? Yeah. I went to Belgium. Right. I'm using Belgium. And I asked them, we're eating dinner. And I say, so how often do you train them? They look at me like I'm backwards. Train them every day. Oh, if you don't go any further in that, you think they drive them in the car. They law fly them twice a day, law fly them once a day. You ask a guy, national champion, how much you train? Trained 13 times this year.
You mean with the car?
We took the birds in the basket, Premier League, from what's on paper, 63 or 64 times. From races to trainers, but none of them were races. They were all trainers. And the law flew for 3 months. They flew every day here for about, I don't know, but 100 days they were playing. And that's it. Take it for what it is. I don't really care. And again, knock me off my horse. I'm easy, man. I didn't do nothing. I didn't reinvent the wheel here. And I sure ain't curing cancer, am I?
Premier League.
He's good.
I have something to say.
He's good.
If he has a book, I want to read it.
Read the book.
Please put a book out. Please.
Okay. Tracy says this. It's not a horse. It's a McMoose. Yeah. Bigger OLRs have the numbers to be able to pay out the big bucks. If I said to everyone, okay, and Michael Peeler's right, we're going to make $5,000 a pigeon race. And I'm going to give the best handlers, I'm going to say Alfred, Combe Van Zorn, super handler. Hey, Alfred, you're really good. You've won a national. You've won this. I'm taking myself out of this, man. You want to handle birds? $5,000 a pigeon. You get 1,000, 4,000 to the pot. The big players, they won't come and play. Do you know why? Because they then got to pick one pigeon. One pigeon. One pigeon. One pigeon. Very hard, isn't it? A lot of what we call donations. It doesn't matter about the, again. You come, anybody wants, I pick you up at the airport. You want to handle pigeons? You handle those ones. Ryan, you're doing good for the birds. You're one loft. You are one of the few and enjoy all your videos. Thank you. Again, I hate to say this. The birds that people send you, they all pick out of their best. Out of our best, sometimes what happens? That one wasn't a good one. You see it. I've done it before. Hey, can I ask you a question? Out of Miss Sandy, we put 2 out of the Seagull this year. They didn't make it to the end, did they? Years prior, they do great. Claudio got 1. He raced it all 8 races. Bang, he got it, right? Every year is different pigeons you get. Some years you're going to get better. Some years it's good.
One group, I reached 36 young ones. Right now, today, I have 12 left. And out of those 12, I'm not impressed with half of them.
Okay, so 36 young ones.
36 young ones. And basically, out of those 12, there's probably 3 that
you might like.
That I might like.
But let me ask you, could you get rid of them all tomorrow?
Get rid of them all.
You could?
Yeah.
Okay. Again, they knocked you off your horse, isn't it? Isn't that real, though? Isn't it not about getting knocked off your horse?
You know what? It sounds like this guy here.
No, he's okay. He makes sense, though. You've got to get knocked off your horse to get better.
So what horse is he riding?
He's not riding a horse.
Oh.
He's telling you, you've got to get off the horse. You got to get knocked off your horse to be a better rider.
That's 100%.
That's true.
100%.
Wait, I think it's a round of applause. It's a good round of applause.
You're 100% right. Do you know how many races?
I messaged that all 2 mile and 80 miles were training tosses. No. I gotta look this up. Because you know what? I hate giving wrong information, man. Let's get to her here. Now, results, races. Oh, mountains out of molehills, kids. Mountains out of molehills. All righty. Master race list. 3 miles. Pioneer. Prize money paid, average speed, everything calculated. That's right at 3 miles. Now, it was put in as a trainer, but an A trainer. And you see, oh, shit. And you see that right there. Okay. It was posted in, my mistake is wrong. But we got all the races right. It's all there. And there was 13 of them. Now, again, 2 miles is a joke. 2 miles is a joke. 300 miles is a joke. It's all a joke. It's whatever you want. Go look under the races. Take a look. Prize money paid out. 13 times we paid prize money out. 13 times average speed was collected. 13 times points were collected. We showed you from mile 3 to mile 318. Look. Look. Do you see it? You see the mountain? There's the mountain. And again, the very best thing about the mountain, fall off and roll to the bottom and get back up and do it again. Whew. I'm feeling good now.
So this person here, if he was involved here, and we had a 3 mile race
For $1 million.
just hold on. What is this person going to say I wouldn't take? We offered that at a 3 mile. And did you not say there's places in Europe, you were there, they race
The kids
30,000 pigeons or 50,000 in 5 miles.
No, in 25 miles.
No, I think they're
No. They're in certain spots are in the UK now. I heard they're doing 3 mile racing.
3 mile
Kids
racing
were
with
doing-
a lot.
It doesn't matter. I don't think the pigeons ever know it's a race.
All I'm
It's
saying,
only we do, doesn't it?
this person's very nice, and
I like them.
I appreciate
I like
that.
him. He comes on. He's got a lot of good points. I'm not going to knock
I
him.
appreciate the spunky, and we'll talk later.
Yeah.
I think the show's over. Let's go. 11:15.
Shit, it is getting
That's
late.
it. Yeah.
Hey, you know
We
what?
haven't eaten yet.
No, we
We're gonna
haven't.
eat now.
Okay, so this is what we're going to do. Next week, we're going to show the average speed winners, the high point pigeons. All those pigeons we're going to look at. Congratulations to everybody in this race. Congratulations. Hey, great comments tonight. Hey, from Premier League Guido down, everybody, great comments. I'm going to say this, and Michael Peevler asked one more question.
Keep us going.
And it will all live in your, and it was all live in your face. Nothing kept delayed after the release. Post, no. We show everything. And you want to know what?
Those birds actually on that release, they had to fly about 60 miles,
In over
100 kilometers in overcast, heavy overcast. It was high up.
You want me to tell you what Rosedale just said?
What?
And Rosedale's he rode with you. I'm bad with
Jerome. Jerome.
Jerome said it right. When there's something on the line, it's a competition. Isn't that right?
Doesn't matter how much.
Doesn't matter.
It could be running.
Drinking beers tonight. Whatever we're doing.
Could be running 10 yards. Could be running 100 yards.
And I think what I love about this with
It
the
could
competition,
be starting your car up.
getting
If it don't start,
if someone's not happy and they complain or they let their opinion out, maybe it's to knock me down or that it doesn't affect me. What I try and do is get better from it and raise myself up from it. I didn't want 23 daybirds. In my loft, I took out 35 pigeons and I got 16 birds on the day. I did 50% of the birds that I was working. You had your birds and you had your birds. I had 50% of my birds on the day. You know what? Climb back on my horse and say, hey, I fly no 1800. If I flew 1800, I get 75% of my birds home on the day, not 25% of my birds home on the day. Hey, on that note, thank you guys all. Daniel Herman, you found the show. Good job, Tracy. Floriano Lindo, great job. Ricky, good job. We're going to be on next Monday night. 8:30 again is going to be our time. Hopefully the internet connection is better. Please like, share, and subscribe. And remember, guys, in life, it's not how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. And like Premier says, that's how winning is done.
Have a good one.